Hello everyone, this is Mirza Naeem. In this video lecture, we are going to revise 5th unit numericals on septic tank. Let's see. The question is given, design a septic tank for a colony of 200 people. Okay, here population is given. The colony is supplied water at the rate of 135 liters per person per day. So this is the water supplied to this particular colony, that is 135 liters per head or per person per day. Okay, assume a detention period of 24 hours and 75% of water becoming wastewater, which means from this total water supply rate of water supply, 75% is going to become sewage water or wastewater. The tank is clean for every once in a year. So once in a year the tank has to be clean. The rate of deposition of sludge, is 40 liters per head per year. So each person is going to generate 40 liters of sludge. Okay, the depth of the tank is to be kept as 2.0 meters. That means the depth is given. Provide a freeboard of 0.3 meters. L by B, that means length by breadth ratio, is given as 3:1. So let's see the given data once. The number of people in the colony is given, that is 200. The rate of flow is given, that is 135 liters per head per day. Detention time is 24 hours. Cleaning period for every 1 year. Rate of deposition in septic tank. So if you assume this is a septic tank, so rate of deposition of sludge will be 40 liters per person per day. Okay, so here 75% from the total water supply, that is rate of flow, is going to convert as a wastewater from our bathrooms, from our kitchens. 75% is given in the question. So now we are going to design according to this criteria. And also height of the tank is given. Here height is nothing but depth of the tank. Freeboard is given 0.3 and length by breadth ratio is given 3:1. The first step is to find out the discharge. Here we are considering discharge of dry weather flow. So here, those who don't know dry weather flow, once we'll see the dry weather flow formula, they will come back to the problem. Yeah. So estimation of wet weather flow and dry weather flow. The formula is, for dry weather flow, population into per capita sewage flow. Okay, per capita sewage flow, again having a formula which is per capita water supply into factor. So what is the factor, sir? Here you might have a doubt. So factor is nothing but the percentage of water supply converted into sewage. So here the factor is nothing but the percentage. So let us say 100% of water supply is supplied to a particular colony or community. In that, how much percentage will convert into waste water or sewage water? That is a factor. So now here we having a formula for dry weather flow, that is population into per capita sewage flow. The per capita sewage flow is nothing but per capita water supply into factor. So we also have wet weather flow. We already learned this in estimation of storm water, okay, from a urban catchment area. So we have many rational formulas. We know this formula: Q wet weather flow equals to AIR upon 360. Here A is nothing but area of catchment in hectares, R is nothing but rainfall intensity, units are mm per hectare, and I is the runoff coefficient or runoff factor. So now we'll come back to the problem. Hope you understand this dry weather flow, because it is traveling in the sewers to the septic tank. So we are considering it as a dry weather flow. It is not a wet weather flow. It is not exposing outside. So we are considering it as a dry weather flow. So formula is population into rate of flow into factor. Population is given, rate of water supply is given, that is 135 liters, and the percentage is given, 75% is going to convert as a wastewater. So here we are taking 0.75. So for every individual it will convert into 0.75. So we will get the value of 20250 liters per day. To convert this into meter cube per day, we are just, after conversion it will become 20.25 meter cube per day. Okay, so we'll see in the figure. So now the interesting part. So the total depth is given, that is 2 meters. Freeboard is given, that is 0.3 meters. Now what is the effective depth? So if you subtract this freeboard from total height, that is 2, will get 1.7 meters. So that is the effective depth of the flow. So that is the effective depth of this wastewater or effluent. Now here is the deposition of sludge. So this is the deposition of sludge. The total time of detention to settle down the sludge will be given as 24 hours. Okay. Next, now the total volume of the septic tank can we get from volume of settling plus volume of sludge zone. So what is sludge zone? So sludge zone is nothing but the accumulation of sludge that in a particular area in the bottom of the tank is nothing but sludge zone. So we call it as V1, V2. So first we'll find out V1. The formula is Q multiplied by detention time. So let me zoom it. Okay. Yeah, Q is, we already know that 20.25 meter cube per day into detention time is given 24 hours. So to convert into meter cube per day, we are just dividing by 24, which is 24 hours in a day. So it will get cancelled and we'll get 20.25 meter cube. So if detention time, if the detention time is given 12 hours, you just put 12 here upon in a day 24 hours. So we are going to divide with 24 to convert into meter cube per day. Okay, hope you understand. We'll see the next step, V2. As we know that V2 is a volume of sludge zone. So to find out the volume of sludge zone, it is very simple. Rate of sludge into number of users, rate of sludge into number of users, wait a minute, yeah, so rate of sludge into number of users into desludging period. So here the new word comes, desludging, nothing but cleaning of the sludge. So in the question it is given that for every 1 year, once in a year it has to be clean, septic tank has to be clean. So it is nothing but, it is given 1 year, so we'll take 1 here. Okay, number of person is given 200, that is number of people living in that particular colony, and then rate of sewage, that is 40 liters per head per year. So 40 liters per head per year, we'll put the numericals here. To convert into meter cube per day, we are multiplying, we are just dividing with 10 to the power of 3 into 200 into 1. So we'll get the answer as 8 meter cube. Okay, 8 meter cube. Now we got V1 and we also got V2. Put the values. Yeah, into total volume. So total volume will be V1 plus V2, that is 20.25 into 8, we'll get 28.25 meter cube. Okay. Surface area will be volume by height. So here volume is going to divide with height, we get 28.25 upon 1.7 meters. So what is 1.7 meters? I mentioned that this is the effective height. So total height is given. Once we'll go to the figure so that you will get, yeah. So here the effective depth or effective height is 0.7. After total depth is 2 meters is given, and we are just subtracting this freeboard, so we get the effective depth, so that is 1.7. that is we are going to put the value here. Fine, hope it is clear. Then we are going to find the L by B ratio, that is given 3:1. So from that we will get L equals to 3B. L equals to 3B. Now surface area become L into B. So surface area we already got from V by H, that is 16.61 equals to 3B into B. So we are putting the value of L here. From that we'll get B value. So B equals to under root, yeah, under root of 16.61 by 3. We'll get the B value as 2.35 meters. From that we can find L equals to 3b, 3 into 2.35 meters, we will get 7.05 meters. So now we got depth, we got height, we got width here. Now we are going to find the depth of sludge accumulation. The formula is volume of sludge by surface area. Volume of sludge we got 8 upon surface area, okay, that is L into B. So we are putting the value here, 7.05 into 2.35. So we get 0.482 meters. That is the depth of sludge accumulation. Okay, hope you understand the problem. Thank you.